Good morning. 10:07 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday, October 13th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So it's rainy outside today. We're getting the remnants of the hurricane down in Florida. Had quite a rainy day. XRP's been pretty rainy as well, down 1.39% on the day. XRP, if we pull out the chart here, expand it out, basically looking like this. We know it's in a gigantic bear flag. The only question we've had is if it's going to come up and fill that gap at 56 cents first, or if it breaks down and it comes down to that 48.99 level and then tries to pull up. Right now, it looks like it's dicey. It's dicey. As we said, it could be a rewarding weekend this weekend, but if it gets invalidated, it's going to be anything but rewarding. And right now it hasn't been invalidated. It's kind of pulling back here. And right now, I mean, you've got to make it or break it point. The first point is around 53 cents. And then this entire setup is invalidated if you do come below that 52 cent area. So there's just that to remember. We are basically wounding up right now. Now the question is, does this end up being a rebound up? Touch that fair value gap at right around 56, or does this break down and we drop down to 48.99? These two targets haven't changed. It's just a matter of perspective. Do you think it's going to go up, or do you think it's going to break down? Now, I know we are in a gigantic bear flag, as we've been talking about. And that gigantic bear flag could bring us down a pretty long way. And now if this does break down, this could be a first layer. Now either it breaks down all the way, or it could bounce even off here and create that big W. So we'll see. We'll see. It's becoming a very interesting day-to-day with XRP, because it's sitting in this bearish formation, which I know a lot of people are going short right now. And you have every right to, because, you know, if it breaks this uptrend and then invalidates 52, you're going to have a nice rewarding little move. Just pay attention to this uptrend. If it holds the uptrend here on a Sunday, it is possible, even if bearish, it bounces back and liquidates everybody. It looks like it's on a liquidation spree. This is why I prefer spot trading, and I only use the leverage with what I built up. And if the leverage account ever runs out, that money was built up from 50 bucks. So if it runs out, I'm not adding any more to leverage. So having fun with it for now, but it's becoming a tedious, it's a little tedious when the market's like this. It's a little tedious, because I'd prefer for our community to advance into the spot positions, you know, and advance while it gives us the opportunity. So don't focus so much on leverage trading. Yes, if you're bored and you want to throw some money around and you're not afraid to risk a little bit and it's stuff that you have to decide, that's one thing. But if you're trying to build a spot position, you should never be leverage trading. Never becoming leverage trading. That should be a last resort. Or if you're just trying to have a little bit of mojo in the market and you're a little bored, if you're looking to spice it up a little bit. But honestly, I prefer my audience to stay in spot, you know, and don't even look at leverage. It's almost becoming an issue now with some, that it's hard to even talk about leverage side of it, because I try to give the numbers, but then I think a lot of people are bypassing the spot position, and that's not the intention of my channel. It's not for you to buy leverage. So I'm going to pull back on the talking of leverage. You probably won't hear about it anymore in the updates. But right now, we're looking at this bear flag, and if the bear flag plays down before it fills in that FVG gap, we've already got the target there, though. If it breaks down, we're coming down to 48.99. It's that simple. We already know where it's going if it breaks down. If it breaks up, it's a slightly higher target because it expanded the zone a little bit, but the gap is down here, right at about, it's so tough, because you could actually come down to like 55.50, I suppose. But no, that's not right, though, because it came up, came around. Then when it came through, I mean, I could see, because it came up, down, back up, down. It is somewhere around that 56. Now, if it does not invalidate the structure, yeah. Could it come up to 58.20? Sure. Could it come up to 56 cents? Absolutely. But on the downside, it could come down to 48.99, and it could come down to 40 cents. So where's your risk? Where's your reward? That is a bear flag. That is a giganto bear flag. Okay? It's just we're pushing ourselves into the oversold section right now. In the short time frame, if it doesn't do anything today, it's just going to come down and this bear flag is going to play out. It's that simple. It's that simple. And I am aware of all the issues on BLOFIN. Believe me, I understand the copy trading, how difficult it is right now. I had to open 4 different trades just to get everybody in one trade. So I get it. It's actually becoming a waste of time to me, but I'm trying to keep this transparent. So anyhow, the move here, that's what I'm looking at. And like if you're looking at it, so are whales buying in, or are they just going to let this drop happen? Well, I mean, I haven't seen substantial movement. I've seen Ripple whales are on a buying spree. 40 million XRP acquired in the last 48 hours. That's a decent amount, but it's nothing staggering. Ripple whales have recently purchased over 40 million XRP, signaling increased interest and confidence in the cryptocurrency's potential. The whale accumulation could indicate a bullish trend for XRP, as large investors often drive market sentiment and liquidity. Since big investors, known as whales, have amassed around 40 million XRP in just a few days, the Ripple token has attracted a lot of interest, particularly given these significant acquisitions usually indicate the possibility for further price gains. This recent whale activity shows a positive attitude in the XRP market. The accumulation coincides with XRP reflecting indications of strength, therefore leveraging the increasing momentum in the larger crypto ecosystem. Ripple whales have bought over 40 million XRP in the past 48 hours. These whales have greatly increased their holdings, their XRP holdings, in recent days. This pattern is under close observation by analysts. The consequences for XRP are significant as Ripple keeps growing its activities, particularly in Asia. Whale movements like this not only lower the current market supply, but also generate expectations for price rises. These elements taken together could help XRP show a clear increasing trend if demand keeps rising. Furthermore, noted by analysts is that whale accumulation usually follows times of market consolidation. This pattern implies that in spite of sporadic price swings, big investors are sure about XRP's long-term possibilities. Positive market sentiment also stems from Ripple's more general attempts to confirm its place in worldwide markets and initiatives around institutional investment products as the Grayscale XRP Trust. Complementing the positive view, Ripple's legal conflicts in the United States have attracted a lot of interest. Recent events in the continuous case involving the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) give hope. Ripple has celebrated the decision with drastically lowered possible fines as a triumph, since it would inspire greater institutional XRP interest. Together with growing use cases for XRP in cross-border payments and distributed finance, as well as legal certainty, this helps to further enhance the asset's position on the market. On the other hand, CNF has reported that XRP has been consolidating inside a narrow range, suggesting a possible sharp rise. Rising open interest in Ripple's spread across Asia point to XRP's future expansion having an increased pace. Besides that, as we previously noted, Canary Capital LLC's XRP ETF filing has generated more interest. It's not at 54.15. We're down to about 53.15 right now. So it's come down about 1 cent. But yeah, that's the XRP whales that are showing a little interest. But is it going to be enough to sustain this price? I don't know, because as we've been talking about for the better part of a week, we're in a gigantic bear flag. And if this plays down, it could bring us as low as that 40 cent area. Now, yes, we have a gap at around 56, but we also have a technical move up if it breaks out of this short-term consolidation. But we're coming very close to that uptrending support now. And monitor your risk. Whether you're going short, going long, monitor your risk. If you're a spot trader, find the right spot to build onto your position. We're getting to a point where there's going to be no reason for me to ever talk about leverage, because we're almost back into the buying zone. If XRP gets back into the buying zone, all of this boredom ends, because then we'll be able to buy our continuous buys again. We're almost back into FOMO Fridays and winning Wednesdays. Next week's going to be a very nice day for expansion with our show again. If anybody remembers the end of last summer, we're getting right back into that exact same trend we were in back then. And now it's going to become exciting for me, because I have no fun doing leverage. Zero. I don't believe in leverage trading, but I think it's a way for people to be able to have a little bit of fun. But the point I always try to push is spot trading. Build your position where you cannot lose your tokens. You know, as long as you're buying the right asset, or not even asset in this case, but the right token with the right kind of clarity and the right kind of coding, you're fine. Yeah, this is a pain in the ass, this section, until 28 to 32. And I've been saying this since 21. There's times to buy, there's times you accumulate, and then you're going to have the sell zones. Right now, we are in the great time of accumulation. Now, for me, I don't buy over 40 cents, but I've had several opportunities sub 40 cents in the last year and a half or two. It's just patience. I don't like to buy above 40 cents because it always seems to come back down there unless it's not going to, because we have a massive breakout. So I just have stayed with the mindset, I'm going to buy XRP, and I'm going to keep adding to my cold wallet when it gets to 40 cents or lower, or below 40 cents. Right now, a lot of it can just be wasting money because the volatility within the leverage market is so quick up, so quick down. You basically got to put it somewhere, and you got to just try to play a formation. But the good thing about spot trading, you're not playing a formation, you're playing a market cycle. So you don't have to worry about the micro movements. The only reason you would worry is if you start buying the tops. Like, oh, I don't want to buy down here at 38, but I'm scared it's going to go way up at 62. And then you just watch it come right back down, and instead of buying it at 38, now you're stuck here at 65, 62, 61, 58. And then you're sitting here saying, well, what the hell did I buy this pile of shit for? And there's nothing wrong with that feeling, because that's exactly what it's starting to look at. The 3 hourly is not looking great. The 1 hourly is not looking good. I mean, it's trying to hang on. We got into oversold for a minute. We're coming down to this uptrend, so do I think they're going to give the shorts an easy ride down? Probably not. Probably not. Do they kick them in the dick? Or, no, excuse my French, but probably. But we'll see. If it breaks down, we know the technical drop. Make the decision. Make an educated and informed decision here. And don't spend more than you're willing to lose. It's that simple. If you're spending money that has to be spent for bills, you can't do it that way. You've got to find a way to separate your income for crypto, and then whatever you put in there, it's not for your everyday usage. Like, when I have an XRP, has nothing, and I mean zero, to do with my everyday living. When I first started this channel in 21, it wasn't that case. But because of some cycles, because of some good trading, good investments in commodities and precious metals along the way as well, that's not the case anymore. All of this has its own legs. So the stuff in XRP is money that, to me, has already been lost. The money that's in XRP healthcare, again, is money that's already been lost. So that's the way I approach it. Like, XRP healthcare, I'm only talking about it today because it's down 10.8%. And it very well, I'm telling you, this crypto cycle right now, it's not good. Like, this is the time of great pain, because a lot of people are going to buy the rotation in the wrong spot, and then they're going to buy everything when it starts to have any kind of pump. Like, there's opportunities to play it, but you got to have some kind of long-term expectation. Long-term expectation here. Now, coming into the presidential election, it's going to be interesting in crypto. It's going to be interesting in crypto. XRP is playing both sides of the fence, as they've donated about 1.5 million XRP towards the Democratic side. But they've also bought into the Republican side. So Ripple's playing both sides of the fence. Some people tell me to not talk politics. I never do unless it's directly involved with XRP. Yesterday I had to talk about it. Chris Larson donated 1 million XRP to Kamala Harris. So I had to talk about it. And I always tell people, don't hate on somebody because they like Kamala or they like Trump. That's not the way you do it. You understand who's pushing those motives and those agendas, and understand that it's the central banks, and we can all get to the place we want to go a lot quicker. So, and with XRP, if you're watching and all of a sudden you're like, you know what? Shit, I started watching this guy in 21 and XRP was at 53 cents. And then it went up and now it's right back there. What did I miss? I shouldn't even be watching. A lot of people have the improper mindset. Like, yeah, if you buy something at 50 cents or 40 cents and it goes up to $1.90 and you understand technicals and you can see it's a cycle end, you sell like we did in 21. Then you can buy it back in 22, 23. Hell, we'd probably be able to buy more in 24. Again, we already did once. But until the cycle breaks itself, you always go back down to those bearish zones. It never fails. And this gigantic bear flag, yeah, we have a lever trade if it breaks up. Am I confident in it? If I was confident, I wouldn't have a stop loss. You know, there's certain fail safes that we put in for ourselves. But I can already tell you, it's been interesting prospect on BLOFIN because I had to open, I think on this one, 4 trades just to get everybody in it for some reason. So it's not exactly the most exhilarating thing for me. So I've been trying to go above and beyond, but I feel like the more I do, the less, engagement we get. So we're going to go back to the basics here. We're going to talk the charts. We're going to talk spot. The rest of it's going to be noise in the background because you're not even going to know I do it anymore. So we need to get back to the fundamentals. If this breaks down, we all need to understand what's happening. We all have to understand if this bear flag plays out true and this cut zone doesn't hold, we could find ourselves down here in a very quick fashion. And if you haven't bought XRP, you can start looking out, you can start opening your eyes a little bit. You can legitimately start opening your eyes a little bit if we come back down to that zone. Now the problem is you don't want to lose this at all. If you lose that area, you're giving back the 2018 resistance as support, and that's right about 50.2 cents. That is not what you want to happen. We have this pattern set up, so if it breaks down, I'm just giving everybody the heads up for the last week. If it breaks down, we've got about a 23% drop from here. If XRP breaks out in the short term, that's the max drop, is about 23%. If XRP were to bounce from here, somehow break up here, get up here to 5.5, get past 58, and get all the way to 61, that's about 15%. The problem is the bear flag showing us 23% from here. So now it's becoming a very interesting dynamic here. After that sell-off overnight, do I think that it's going to keep going straight down? Probably not. We've been unfortunately accustomed to this. So now a lot of people this morning are going to say, holy shit, we're down 1.35%, might as well go short. And then it'll probably come up a 0.5% or 0.75%. And then they're going to say, holy shit, I'm down 7 to 10% on a 10x trade. Let's start focusing our attention more on spot trading here, especially going into next week. Because if XRP does break down, you guys know how I do this. I don't even have passive fun with leverage trading if we're into a FOMO Friday, winning Wednesday setting. All that money, even the money I made in futures, would just go into the spot trading. And then I would have $50 I would keep it at and try to build it back up. Right now it's over 600. It's taken a little hit today, but I think it's down like 50 bucks today. But still, 50 bucks is 50 bucks. That could have been used in a spot position. Make no mistake about it, especially if you don't have the funds. So monitor your risk. I'm going to continue to show you the information day in and day out, but I am not a financial advisor. It is your job to make the best educated and informed decision for yourself. I can't make you pull the trigger on anything, just like I couldn't make you buy XRP in 21 when it was all the way down under 40 cents and in the 40s and 50s. But then a lot of people decided to buy it when it was at $1.50 when I told everybody not to. So you have to make an educated and informed decision on when you're buying. Bitcoin is still set up in a big W reversal, and it looks like it's starting the setup of a bull flag. Could absolutely get invalidated. It's got a golden cross in the 2-hourly, so yeah, it looks bearish on this Sunday morning, but the way the charts are set up, there's still a volatile spike that can happen. A very volatile spike. We even recrossed in the 4-hourly. So as bearish as a bias as we're getting here, it almost feels like it could be a tiny bear trap here, unless it comes unglued, and that is possible on this Sunday. If it comes unglued here, and we lose 52.92, and then this W is invalidated, it's gonna come at least down to here at 40. Maybe that 50-cent mark could hold us, but we're definitely getting into some very interesting time here. It's gonna be a very fun day to watch the charts. Whether we have a massive breakdown and we can have our spot and be able to turn the buys back on in spot, because I am missing buying XRP. Like, some people don't understand. It makes me feel so happy when I can buy every single day XRP and not have to diddle-daddle and try to waste time and try to help people build into a portfolio. It's so difficult to always say, no, don't buy here, don't buy there, don't buy here. It really is. So it's a pretty interesting thing I've learned over my last 4 years in crypto, especially from an exchange standpoint. There's always, I don't know the best way to say this, but if you're still listening to this, most people are gone by now. It's almost 20 minutes in. But pay attention to the exchanges. There's a very real reason why they offer leverage. And the more exchanges I'm on, the more I realize just the little tactics they use that nickel and dime us. And it's a pretty interesting thing. I don't know, man. There's something going on. It's not just leverage, though. It's within the exchanges. I feel a dynamic shift. Does anybody feel within the exchanges that things are changing a little bit and not for the better? Like, maybe they're changing for the worst. And with this pending regulation in the crypto market, I don't think it's going to be what we want it to be. I think we need to enjoy it now, because in the future, when everybody comes on board to crypto, I think we're going to have to find a new avenue. We're already going to have to be heavily invested into what we want at the prices we want, because once regulation comes in, it's not going to be the same ball game. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you're looking to trade on the exchanges, look in the video description below and or pinned comments. Go to my home page. Click on the BITUNIX. There's BITUNIX and HOTCOIN. BITUNIX is my favorite. If you need to trust an exchange, BITUNIX, the lowest spot and leverage trading fees. It's very simplistic to understand the spot setup. And if you're a leverage trader, which I don't encourage, but if you are, it's easier to understand. HOTCOIN, great for spot, great for XRP Bitcoin pairing. They have a few others that I really, really like their pairings. The leverage trading is fine. It's just a little more difficult to understand, like BLOFIN. If you want to copy trade, but I don't encourage, you can do it there. No VPN or KYC on any of them. If you want to show any kind of support, you can do Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, or send a YouTube Super Chat or join Tom's Army. Make sure to hit the like button. We've been doing terrible on the likes. That's probably an indictment on myself, but I have been sick. But please make sure to hit that like button so we can push the content. The more likes we get, the better we do in the analytics. Have a blessed day, everybody. And please don't tread lightly on what I've said.